12 silent clues he's emotionally attached to you. Have you ever found yourself wondering if the man you're with truly cares about you, or if you're just another fleeting interest? It's a question that many women ask, especially when it comes to men who don't always wear their hearts on their sleeves. We all know that words can be easy, anyone can say I love you, but actions often reveal the truth. While men might not openly express their emotions as much as women, their actions can speak volumes about how they truly feel. In fact, there are subtle, sometimes even silent, signs that show he's deeply emotionally invested, even if he won't say it directly. So, if you've been second-guessing his feelings or wondering if he's really as attached as you think, keep watching. We'll walk you through 12 powerful, undeniable clues that show he's emotionally attached to you. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of whether your connection is real or if you've been overthinking things for no reason. Let's dive in and uncover the signs of emotional attachment. 1. He prioritizes your happiness above his convenience. When a man is emotionally attached to you, he doesn't just do the bare minimum to make you happy, he goes above and beyond, even if it's inconvenient for him. This is a clear sign that you matter deeply to him. It's not about fulfilling an obligation or doing what's easiest. He'll rearrange his schedule, cancel plans, or even give up his personal time just to support you or be there when you need him. For instance, maybe he sacrifices his Saturday morning routine to help you run errands, or spends an extra hour on the phone with you when you're having a rough day. These actions reflect a deep emotional investment, where he places your well-being above his own comfort. Research on altruism shows that when we feel a strong emotional bond with someone, we're more likely to make sacrifices for them. It's a primal, deeply human instinct. If he's constantly stepping out of his comfort zone for you, it shows that he values the relationship and is willing to invest in it. However, if you find that you're always the one making sacrifices and he rarely steps up, it could be time to question if he's as emotionally involved as you'd hoped. Don't fall into the trap of excusing his lack of effort. A relationship should be built on mutual care and effort. 2. He remembers the details that matter to you. Have you ever mentioned something casually, like your favorite childhood pet or a book you've been dying to read, and later, he surprises you by bringing it up or gifting you something related? This is a telltale sign that he's emotionally attached to you. Men who are deeply invested in a relationship pay attention to the little things, the small details that make you unique, whether it's your go-to coffee order, the scent you love, or even a quirky fact you shared during a conversation. He remembers it because it matters to him. Emotional attachment isn't about grand gestures alone, it's in the quiet moments. 2. Psychologist John Gottman's research shows that strong couples practice turning toward each other, acknowledging and responding to the small things that reflect love and care. When he recalls the details you shared, it means you're on his mind even when you're not around. But, let's be real, if he can't remember anything you've told him or regularly forgets significant moments in your relationship, that's a red flag. Emotional attachment involves actively listening and remembering what matters to each other. If he's consistently inattentive or dismisses your feelings, it might suggest you're not a priority in his life. 3. He seeks your input and values your opinion. One of the most significant signs that a man is emotionally invested in you is when he actively seeks your opinion, especially on big decisions. This could range from career choices, future plans, or even how he should handle a family situation. When he values your perspective, it means he sees you as an equal partner in the relationship, someone whose thoughts and feelings matter. Emotional attachment goes beyond just physical presence. It's about mutual respect and emotional collaboration. A man who is deeply connected to you will want to hear your thoughts and consider them in his decision-making. This aligns with interdependence theory, which suggests that in healthy relationships, both partners rely on each other for emotional support and guidance. If he asks for your input, it signals that he trusts your judgment and values your role in his life. However, if he regularly makes decisions without consulting you or disregards your thoughts entirely, it might mean that his emotional attachment is superficial. A healthy relationship thrives on open communication and mutual respect. And if he's not involving you in his decisions, it could be a sign he's not as invested in the partnership. 4. He's vulnerable around you. Emotional vulnerability is one of the clearest signs that a man is attached to you. Society often pressures men to suppress their emotions, to man up and hide their vulnerabilities. So, when he lets his guard down with you, it's a significant indicator that he trusts you deeply. This might involve sharing fears, past traumas, insecurities, or even his dreams for the future, things he wouldn't normally open up about with others. Dr. Brené Brown's research highlights that vulnerability is the cornerstone of true intimacy in relationships. When he shows his vulnerable side, he's letting you see the real him, the person he might be afraid to expose to the world. If he shares his emotions, weaknesses, or challenges with you, it's a sign that he's emotionally invested and feels safe with you. On the flip side, if he avoids serious discussions or keeps his feelings locked away, it might indicate that he's not ready for or invested in an emotional connection. Emotional intimacy takes time and trust, but if he's avoiding vulnerability, it's worth questioning whether he's emotionally available or not. 5. He goes out of his way to make you feel special. When a man is emotionally attached, he doesn't just rely on grand gestures to show you he cares. He finds small, thoughtful ways to make you feel loved and appreciated. These gestures can be as simple as surprising you with your favorite snack after a bad day or leaving a sweet note for you to find when you're not expecting it. The key here is the thoughtfulness behind the actions. He's thinking of you even when you're apart, and he wants to show you that you matter. These actions reflect deep emotional attachment, as he's going out of his way to make you feel seen and valued. Studies in positive psychology show that small acts of kindness are a foundation for strong emotional bonds. If he makes an effort to do little things that brighten your day, it's a clear sign he's invested in you emotionally. However, if he never goes out of his way to make you feel special or seems indifferent to your needs, it's time to reassess his emotional attachment. Relationships thrive on effort and emotional generosity, and if he's not putting in that effort, he may not be as attached as you think. 6. He introduces you to his inner circle. One of the strongest signs of emotional attachment is when a man introduces you to his inner circle, his family, friends, and close colleagues. Men don't just bring anyone into their private lives, so if he's inviting you into his world, it shows he's serious about you and sees you as a long-term part of his life. This behavior signals that he's emotionally invested and wants to validate your role in his world. Social psychology research supports this idea, showing that people tend to integrate those they feel emotionally close to into their social networks. If he's introducing you to the people who matter most to him, it's a clear indication that you hold a special place in his heart. On the other hand, if he keeps you at a distance from his family or friends, it could indicate that he's not as emotionally invested in you. Emotional attachment is about building a shared life, and if you're not part of that, it's a red flag. 7. He makes future plans with you. A man who is emotionally invested in you doesn't just live in the present moment, he includes you in his future. Whether it's planning a vacation months ahead or casually mentioning how he envisions your lives together when you're older, these conversations show he sees you as part of his long-term plans. When a man is emotionally attached, he's not just thinking about his own future, he's imagining how you fit into it. This forward-thinking behavior is a clear sign of emotional attachment. Relationship experts often emphasize the importance of future orientation in relationships, as it indicates a deeper commitment and a shared vision for the future. If he avoids or becomes uncomfortable when you bring up the future, it's a sign that he may not be as emotionally invested as you'd like him to be. A man who truly cares about you will see you in his future, and he'll be excited to include you in his plans. 8. He prioritizes resolution over winning in conflict. Every relationship has its disagreements, but what matters most is how they're handled. A man who is emotionally attached to you will prioritize resolving the issue over winning the argument. This means he's willing to listen, understand your perspective, and compromise to ensure the relationship stays strong. Dr. John Gottman's research on conflict resolution explains the importance of turning toward your partner during arguments instead of turning away. When he values the relationship more than his own pride, he'll work with you to find a resolution that benefits both of you. If, on the other hand, he's more focused on winning or dismissing your concerns, it signals a lack of emotional attachment. Healthy relationships thrive on mutual respect, even in the heat of conflict, and if he's committed to resolution, it shows he's emotionally invested in the partnership. 9. He defends you in your absence. What a man says about you when you're not around speaks volumes about his emotional attachment. A man who's truly emotionally invested in you will defend you if others disrespect you, whether it's friends, family, or colleagues. This behavior reflects what's known as partner advocacy, where he feels a sense of responsibility to protect your reputation and well-being. If he's defending you when you're not present, it's a clear sign of deep emotional attachment. However, if he allows others to disrespect you or remains silent in those situations, it's a major red flag. A man who genuinely cares about you will always have your back, whether you're there to witness it or not. 10. He shows genuine joy in your success. When a man is emotionally invested, He'll celebrate your successes as if they were his own, whether it's a professional achievement, a personal milestone, or even a small victory. His joy will be genuine and without any hidden bitterness. This is known as empathic joy, where people feel happiness through the success of those they care about. If he's proud of your accomplishments and cheers you on without any jealousy or resentment, it shows that he's emotionally connected to you. However, if he downplays your achievements or reacts with indifference, it's a sign of emotional distance. True emotional attachment involves lifting each other up, not tearing each other down. 11. He consistently shows up when it matters. Words can be easy, but actions are what really matter. A man who is emotionally attached to you will consistently show up when it counts, whether it's a major life event or just being there when you need support. His reliability speaks volumes. Research on attachment theory suggests that emotional security in relationships is built on consistent, reliable behavior. If he's there for you during tough times or shows up to support your endeavors, it's a sign he truly cares. However, if he's flaky or only shows up when it's convenient for him, it indicates that his emotional attachment might not be as deep as you thought. Consistency is key in any meaningful relationship. 12. He wants to grow with you. The most profound sign of emotional attachment is his desire to grow with you, both individually and as a couple. He's not just content with where things are. He wants to build a future together, face challenges side by side, and evolve alongside you. This growth mindset reflects a deep commitment to the relationship and shows that he's not just interested in the present moment but also in the long-term potential of your partnership. If he's uninterested in personal growth or avoids discussions about future goals, it's a sign that his emotional attachment may be lacking. True emotional attachment is about wanting to build something meaningful and lasting together. If he's committed to evolving with you, it's a clear sign that his feelings are genuine.